Batting third, playing right field, number 21, Roberto Clemente.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Clemente Collector. And on today's channel, I am actually doing a VR for Three Rivers Card Collector. I'll show his channel over here. His name's David, and David's got a great channel, and he's a great guy. He's supported my channel on a lot of VRs so far, and I really appreciate it, David. What Three Rivers Card Collector wanted us to do was do a VR for the 4th of July, which I think is an awesome idea. So what he wanted us to do was he wanted us to show cards that are red, white, and blue. But I wanted to take it a step further. I not only want to show cards that are red, white, and blue, I also want to show cards of players that served in the military. So what I have for you guys today is actually 5 players that not only served in the military, their cards red, white, and blue, they also either played for Pittsburgh or came from Pittsburgh. So it's a Pittsburgh theme, it's a 4th of July theme, everything in one. I think this is going to be really cool. And I learned a lot about what these players did for our country. And I think you guys will really enjoy this. So let's get to it. All right, guys, I wanted to shoot this a little bit different than I normally do, because I wanted to really highlight these cards and give you guys a really good look at each of them. So first up, how can I make a list without having the great one on there? Roberto Clemente. So a little bit about Roberto Clemente is, Roberto Clemente was born in Puerto Rico, which made him a U.S. citizen. And in 1958, he decided to enlist in the Marines as a reserve infantryman. He spent 6 months in active duty in Parris Island, South Carolina, and Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. During that time, he finished basic training. It said he broke the camp record for 54 uninterrupted pull-ups. That's just absurd. He said that basic training helped fix his back issues that he had from a car accident early on in his life and allowed him to start swinging a heavier bat. He served as a private first class up until September 1964. So the crazy thing is, and if you actually look at the back of this card, which I love the back of this card, if you look at the back of this card, in 1959, he actually only had 4 home runs. Right there, 4 home runs. In 1960, he had 16 home runs. He never had multiple home runs until 1960. And then in 1961, he went all the way up to 23 home runs. So it's very true what he says about starting to swing a heavier bat after serving in the military and being in the reserves. Even if you look at his batting average, after he started serving, every season he had over a 300 batting average. That's really cool. I never really thought about it. And this is just a beautiful 1964 Topps card. Red, white, and blue. This is one of my favorite Clemente cards of all time. So let's move on to Dick Groat. Once again, how could I have a countdown without Dick Groat in it? So this is my red, white, and blue Dick Groat card. So Dick Groat served 2 years in the United States Army from 1953 to 1955. He also played in the Armed Services Basketball and Baseball League. And let's take a quick look at this bad boy. Really cool. Nice card. I love the 63 set. All right, next up is Danny Murtaugh. Danny Murtaugh joined the U.S. Army in 1943 for World War II service. He declined the opportunity to play baseball in the U.S. Army and instead served in combat. With the 97th Infantry in Germany, from 1944 to 1945, he spent marching across Europe in the First Army, a unit that saw significant battle action and earned 3 battle stars. Danny Murtaugh, in my opinion, is the greatest Pirates manager of all time. He's also he was also a great player in his day. I love this red, white, and blue card of his being his service in World War II. I think it's a great card. It's his Bowman card. This was gifted to me from Concrete Buddy George. George, this is my first Bowman card in my collection, and it's so meaningful. I really thank you. He sent me a care package with multiple cards. This is probably my favorite card out of the batch. Just an amazing card. Danny Murtaugh won 2 World Series with the Pirates as a manager. He was amazing. And obviously he served our country proudly. All right. So next up, Stan the Man Musial. The only player on this countdown that didn't play in Pittsburgh, but grew up right outside of Pittsburgh. So that's why he made the list. Stan Musial enlisted in the Navy in 1945. Musial spent his first 3 months in Bainbridge Naval Training Center in Maryland. He played baseball there for the Bainbridge baseball team and claims his hitting was altered because of it. He said he wanted to pull more home runs to entertain the fellow servicemen, which later transferred to his approach in the majors. After being in Maryland for 3 months, he was assigned to Pearl Harbor under the instruction to join the ship repair unit. While stationed in Hawaii, he also played baseball in his free time to crowds of more than 10,000 people. In a game against the Army team, he played pitcher and threw a shutout. A lot of people don't realize, but Stan Musial was actually a great two-way athlete. He was actually, in his younger years, he was actually a great pitcher also. The guy was just an amazing athlete. I wanted to highlight his 1958 Topps All-Star card. This is to me, one of the coolest, Americana type cards that Topps made. It's got the stars behind the players, and it's got the red in sport, and down here, I just love this set. One of my favorite sets of all time. Here's the back. So I just think Stan the Man needed to be in our list. And then last, but definitely not least, is Rocky Blier. After his rookie year, he was drafted by the Army in 1968 for the Vietnam War. He volunteered for duty in South Vietnam and shipped out in 1969. He was in the 31st Infantry and assigned as a squad grenadier. And what happened over in the war was he was shot in the leg, and then a grenade fell between his legs. And as he went to dive on it, the grenade exploded and put shrapnel into his leg. As he laid in a hospital, Art Rooney actually sent him a postcard. And he told him basically that the team needed him back. And that really gave him hope. So after that postcard, he was shortly released from the hospital, but still had issues with his leg. And the hospital told him he would probably never play football again. But Art Rooney had other plans. Even though he wasn't good enough to make the cuts on the team that offseason, the team decided to put him on injured reserve and actually helped him get more surgeries to get the remaining shrapnel out of his leg. After that time, he ended up healing and playing the following season and helped create one of the best running back tandems in the NFL with Franco Harris. He was later awarded a Bronze Star and Purple Heart. His rank was Specialist 4. I love this card because it is obviously the American flag. It's got a nice shine on it, and I love that Topps Chrome did this. They actually wrote on the back. They put his military service up here, his career up here. I just think Topps did a really cool thing with these cards. So Rocky Blier in Pittsburgh is really a legend. A lot of people don't know that for what he did for the military and on the field. So Three River Card Collector is a huge Pittsburgh fan. And I just thought, what better than not to only do red, white, and blue cards, but also to do red, white, and blue Pittsburgh Legends. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and please go check out Three River Card Collector's channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a happy 4th of July, everybody.